Hey, how's it going, guys? So, I got something kind of interesting today. So in this game, Forza Horizon 4, there's the city Edinburgh, and I happened to visit that city earlier this year, and I went back and played this game afterwards, and it is crazy to me how similar they got it to real life. It's very interesting driving through the city in the game and seeing the exact same places that I visited. And actually I want to give you guys a quick tour of it. So I'm driving a Porsche right now, I just really like this one. And this street right here was actually where my hostel was. This is exactly where I stayed. And so you see right here, these buildings to the left, mainly this black one right here. This is the actual building that my hostel was in, and you walk inside and it actually looks similar to how it looks in there, and that is crazy. So on this other side of the street right here, it's not modeled, but this is where the Edinburgh dungeon was, and that was something that I really wanted to visit, and I know multiple people that did, but I just didn't want to pay for it when I was over there. But that's a very, very big attraction in Edinburgh. So as you drive this way, you come to this little intersection. This little road I walked down every single day that I was there. Over here where I'm looking right now, there was a street performer there, and I stood outside there and watched him for quite a while. He was a great singer and it was so much fun. And then coming over here, this right here is the mall. So you walk down these little stairs, it goes into this little hallway, it opens up a little bit with a second story eventually. It's a little bit underground. It's a really cool mall. I spent a lot of time there, I bought a lot of stuff. There was an anime store. It was really cool. I went in that most days that I was there, even just walking through. And it really does dip down into the ground like that, so it was super interesting, and they got it modeled really, really well. And excuse my awful driving in this part. But coming down this way now, these benches I sat on, I walked through this park, this statue I took pictures of, and actually this bench right here. I sat on, I ate a sandwich. I got a video of me eating that sandwich, saying lunch in Edinburgh or lunch in a fairy tale or something. I got food from a little corner shop that's up here. All these buildings right here, small little businesses. I believe there's I forget the name of it, but there's a store right around here that has cheap clothes. I don't know what the American equivalent of it would be, but I bought a puffy vest in there because I didn't come prepared enough and I was very cold. But it was cheap. And then this right here is a very, very famous thing in Edinburgh. This is the Scott Monument. And I have pictures of this. This is a big thing. Whenever you see Edinburgh, this is always what you see pictures of. It's on the main street right here going through the center. It's the coolest thing that they got this so accurately too. And then coming a little bit further, oh actually yeah, these railroad tracks do go right through the middle of the street too, so as you're walking across the street, you don't just have to watch for cars, you have to watch for these trams or these trains too. And then over here there's a bunch more little shops, a ton of gift shops around this area. As you can imagine, it's the heart of a very, very large tourism city. Coming down this way a little bit more, so this area I didn't visit too much, but I do believe I got pictures of it when I was there. These are pretty accurate from what I saw. I didn't go down this way in person, but this street did exist, and it's a beautiful place right there actually. And then coming up this street right here, so one of these buildings right over here in real life is like a little corner shop or a little cheap food market. I got a lot of stuff there. That's where I got a lot of my meals because I was going super cheap when I was in Edinburgh. I didn't have a lot of money at the time. I spent all of it just getting to Edinburgh. Then coming back out this way, but once again, excuse the driving. So over here ignore that. Over here was I believe it was a McDonald's or Burger King. I know they had both of them along this, and they also had a Taco Bell and stuff like that. Very American stuff. I went in that Burger King, and that was one of my meals one of the nights that I was there. I took it back to my hostel and ate it. I was living really cheap, so just having Burger King over there really hit the spot at certain times. And then I got a little bit far down this way, so coming back to the other end, there goes the Scott Monument, there's the street with the mall. So coming down this way, this part isn't entirely accurate to real life, but you come down this way, and then after you go down this little hill right here, these buildings aren't here, and it turns into a large mall right about here. And I'll put pictures on the screen of that. It's a very fancy, expensive mall, and it was insane. It was like 4 or 5 stories or something. But I went in there one of the days. I got food from Fat Hippo Edinburgh. It was in a bowling alley in that mall. And that was one of the more memorable times that I went. There's also a Gordon Ramsay restaurant in there. And then coming back down this way towards my hostel again. So if you go to the right there where I just passed, that goes up towards Edinburgh Castle, which I did walk one of the days. I went that route, but it does loop around, so I'll show you guys anyway. But this street right here is a huge, huge attraction in Edinburgh. This is where a lot of people spend most of their time there. So all these little shops right here, they have whiskey stores or whiskey bars, whiskey tap rooms. I'm not entirely sure what they're called. Whiskey pubs, maybe? Or I'm sorry, Scotch in Scotland. But all kinds of places in here, tons of little knick-knack shops, gift shops, everything you can think of. And I didn't spend a lot of time in these because I was on such a budget, but I did walk out this way quite a bit. I walked past this building over here every single day that I was there, and I walked down this little path as well. It's not entirely accurate to the game, or accurate to real life, but it's very, very similar. And then this street right here was a beautiful street. So this is where a lot of people walk every day too. I got pictures here, and it looks incredible. There are a lot more monuments and stuff when you're going down this way in person. I did get pictures of this statue right here, and this was actually when I was walking with my roommate, or my friend, that I stayed with in Edinburgh at the hostel. And then if you go all the way up this way, these little streets, there's a couple little things on both sides. I believe there's a university around here too. I don't remember if the street branched off like it did back there, but when you come all the way up this street, this is where Edinburgh Castle is. And ignore the fact that it says that's my house. In the game, you can buy the house, or buy the castle. But I didn't actually go into this castle in real life because there was like a $30 entrance fee just to walk inside. And it would have been cool, but I didn't want to pay that much to just walk inside. But it was a beautiful place. You can see this from all different places, all different corners. So I didn't do this in the video, I pre-recorded this video, and Xbox is really weird with how they record stuff. But so you can kind of see over here, on the bottom side, or maybe the top side, I don't know, the north and south. Oh, actually, yeah, north. So over here, this mountain was King Arthur's seat at the very top. This is actually the mountain that I hiked one of the days that I was in Edinburgh. I believe it was my either last day or second to last day there. And from there, you could see Edinburgh Castle, you could see the Scott Monument, you could see everything. And then this spot right here is where me and my roommate stood to look over the side and take pictures. You could see all this stuff. It's not 100% accurate, obviously. They're not going to model everything in Scotland to make it look exactly the same. But I got pictures off of this side, and it was a beautiful, beautiful scenery. And then one of the pictures that I have, this building right here, as we were walking back from the castle, this was all lit up with red lights, and I don't know if that means anything. It seemed a little bit weird that everything was kind of normal, and then this one building had like bright red lights, like glowing red, shining on it. So yeah, coming all the way back down this way, this street right here is where you will turn onto. There's a lot of little shops in here. I believe it was this one right here, or one of these in here, was a 2 to 3 story bookstore that I went in. and I bought a book there, a Dungeon Master like D&D drink guide or something, like cocktail book. But one of the days I walked all the way down this way, a very long way, and as we get further away from the heart of the city, it does start to change a little bit. It's not entirely accurate. But all the way down here, this is how far that I walked just to do laundry one of the days. And I carried my whole bag and everything all this way just so that I could do one load of laundry, and then across the street from it was a giant park like this. And once again, not entirely accurate for the park itself. I think it was gated in when I saw it. But just the overall layout, it's crazy to me how much effort some of these companies put into these games to make them look so realistic. And I played this game for years, I've put hundreds of hours into this game, but once I visited Edinburgh, I went back and played this afterwards, and it was insane to me, like driving the exact same streets that I had walked and spent about a week, I believe, just exploring. And it's such a crazy place, like it's so beautiful. And I want to put all the pictures on the screen, so hopefully you guys enjoy and see, like, side by side what everything looks like in comparison to real life versus the game. And I know I didn't show everything about the city. There's a lot of places that I didn't go in this video and show around, but these were the main places that I went, and I kind of wanted to show you guys like what my experience looked like here and how accurate it actually is to these things that I've done. So even if you guys don't like video games and you don't like Forza and all that, I hope that you guys still enjoyed this, seeing what it looks like, these real life places in a video game. And who knows, if you live in Edinburgh, if you've been there, if you've explored there, maybe give this game a shot. It's free on Game Pass if you have it on Xbox. And I promise you will not be disappointed. Because obviously when I was there in real life, I wasn't driving a car, and I was not able to do this kind of stuff in real life. I was just walking. Yeah, in real life, I obviously wasn't doing stuff like this, drifting around cars and doing very dangerous things, and then crashing into buildings. Obviously, I wasn't doing that, but it's kind of cool getting to do those things in the game after I've been there. I think this is going to bring us to the end. This was a really fun video to make. This is one that I've been wanting to make for a very long time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it interesting. I definitely thought this was super, super interesting, and that's why I wanted to make a video on this. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this, let me know. Maybe I'll make some more Forza stuff, because it's a game that I play religiously. I play all the time. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.